Welcome to another episode of Read Cool Things, where I show you some cool stuff in my collection that I want everybody else to see, hear about, or read. Doesn't always mean it's a special edition, it just means it's something cool that I have. And today I'm having a Hailey Piper day. I've been on a Hailey Piper kick for here lately since I saw A Game in Yellow and I had to wait on it to come out. And while I waited, I went into like an end run all into her other books, came across some super cool ones. So of course, I guess, how do I want to go through this? I'm going to go with one of her old ones that I happen to have that I got on, I bought while I was waiting for the other ones to come through, and it's called A Lot Most Hateful by Hailey Piper. 3 years after running away from home, Olivia is stuck with a dead-end job in nowhere town Chapel Hill, Pennsylvania. At least she has her best friend Sunflower. Olivia figures she'll die in Chapel Hill if not from boredom, when the summer night storm which crashes into the town with a mind-bending monster in tow. If Olivia is going to escape Chapel Hill and someday reconcile with her parents, she'll need to dodge residents enslaved by the storm's otherworldly powers and find Sunflower. But as the night strains friendships and reality itself, Olivia suspects the storm and its monsters may have its eyes on Sunflower and everything she loves, including Olivia. Now, I know I said that I was like super pumped when I seen A Game in Yellow. I didn't get to read that one until like much later after I dived into a bunch of other of Hailey's stuff. And it's funny because this is the first thing I actually read by them, and I'm freaking obsessed with it. Of course, small town horror, evil of man, all kinds of crazy stuff going on, monsters beyond. And I was like, it got me so much more pumped for A Game in Yellow, and I was so ready for it to come out. But again, A Lot Most Hateful. It was absolutely freaking amazing, and you need to check it out, especially if you like small town horror and things like that. Chef's kiss. Next, this actually came in my 9mm subscription, so of course I didn't go out and grab it when I knew I was getting it anyway. And it's Teenage Girls Can Be Demons. This is one of the newer ones by Hailey. And I'm only showing you the ones that I happen to own physically. I've read a lot more of them digitally. I just don't own them. Some of them are out of print, which makes my feelings sad, but I'll find them. Anyway, Teenage Girls Can Be Demons by Hailey Piper. A vicious group of college upperclassmen prey on the freshman girls and why we keep exploding across the world. Something is mutating adolescents into bizarre creatures in the turning. A girl on a night out realizes a bizarre cop is hunting her in the long flesh of the law. And the acclaimed novella, Benny Rose the Cannibal King, a Halloween prank goes horribly wrong with a murderous girl ghost steps out of an urban legend and into the real world. These stories take our most difficult years of transformation and twist them into new and terrifying shapes, where the monsters are real and you'll do whatever it takes to get away, get even. I haven't read this one yet, and I am literally about to explode. I'm so excited for this one. I was waiting to get it in my sub box so I could start it, and this will be a review that is coming up soon. Maybe by the time I post this, I'll already have the review to come out with it. We'll see. But I'm super excited. Again, like I said, short stories are an excellent way to check out an author. And then, of course, A Game in Yellow. I literally, drooled every time I saw this book that was getting posted, and it wasn't just because of the cool cover. I know I probably felt like a stalker every time I reposted this or commented on Hailey's post about this, but I couldn't help it. I was so excited, and as soon as I seen it available on NetGalley, I applied and just crossed all of my fingers, imaginary and real, and then I got it and I screamed. And it did not disappoint at all. Sometimes when I get too hyped up about a book, I'm like, oh, is this not going to be living up to it did. It lived up to it. A Game in Yellow. 3 women, 2 acts, 1 cursed play. From the new queen of cosmic horror comes a seductive work that follows a couple whose search to keep their sex life alive leads them down a path of madness. Carmen and Blanca have been in a rut. That is, until Blanca encounters an enigmatic woman named Smoke, who offers a unique solution. Smoke holds the rare pages to a strange play, The King in Yellow. Read just a snippet, and when you pull your eyes away, you'll have the sweet adrenaline rush of survivor's euphoria. But read too much, and the play begins to overwhelm you. Carmen falls into a lurid game of lust, desiring more time in the other world, no matter what terrors she brings back with her. And in this novel, by one of the most dynamic new voices in horror, and I absolutely agree. I was sold. This is one of the best books that I've read this year, and I'm it's probably going in my top 10, which I do have to start thinking about because, good God, it's November. Game in Yellow, one of Hailey's new books. I will link you to where these are available. This is one that I got from Bobsay, which is the indie store that I get everything from that you're probably tired of me talking about, but amazing. Teenage Girls Can Be Demons. I'll see where this is available and link you guys to it. I got this one from my Nightworm subscription, which is a super cool box. That honestly, I know most people are like, I don't like book subscriptions, I don't like being told what to read. I don't either, but they are always on point and have something that I absolutely wanted to read. And then A Lot Most Hateful, also super amazing. First thing I read by Hailey, and cemented being one of those books authors. I just lost my whole train of thought. Being one of those authors that I'm like auto-buy, but I mean that in the least weird way possible. So anyway, again, if you haven't checked out any of Hailey's books, I highly recommend all 3 of these, even though I haven't gotten to read this one yet. I already know it's going to be fire. But again, first book I ever read by her, amazing. Going to be reading this one soon, so review to come. And I loved this, hands down, lived up to the hype. Buy it, get it, go.